At your left.
Over here!
Not a care in the world. Just as it should be. I'd be better off a lonely place. But not without its charms.
My bed calls and I shan't resist. I just trick what I get.
I might know that I'm not careful.
You're waiting on the floor. Don't know how much I've paid.
Gather round.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
in town.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
Don't I know that lass from somewhere?
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature. Only
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
through his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero
Aye? Did you want something?
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now,
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldier's aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing. That's it! I've had enough! Clear off! And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly!
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
The lad seemed rather ignorant of the world. Hasn't had anyone to show him the proper way, I'd wager.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up. Might head to market. I'd need of a few things. This really is fun.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin. Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? You bought it for me. Thank you. I'll treasure this. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favor someday.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
We forget the value of a moment's contemplation.
If I could, I'd never leave. Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Our fortunes are looking up. All the more so if we sell this newfound prize.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.
Precious little time.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Isn't there anything to do around here?
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to. How is it on my side?
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Could use a bit of peace and quiet.
Tell is, the nobles are all in a flurry, ingratiating themselves with the sovereign. That's why they've been holding all these fancy masquerades, see? They're supposed to lift his spirits or some such. I've got to wonder what comfort ale and dancing are to a man who's been charred to a crisp. But I suppose I'm just jealous. Imagine having naught better to do than drink and revel the night away.
last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch. Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
Huh? I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armourer's wares. I know the way. Follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide. Right, just follow me.
That wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. But you
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
This is just what's needed.
By magic, use your weapon with the fury of the elements. Nicely done.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Be sure to aim true.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. to think of it, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I grant you roaring flame.
What's this? When did you drop off to sleep?
Never be so careless.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost.
Times must be tedious challenging beasts to the bounce.
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh. Pray, follow me. We have reached our destination.
Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armourer's wares. I can guide you there if you wish.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. Goblins, master! I knew you would prevail, master.
Oh, keep on like that, we'll be done here soon enough.
Mayhaps we'll soon overdone, but no matter.
This spell will empower you with elements.
You've been doused in oil! You must see it through a fire!
I'll encamp the same spell, and will overwhelm our foe with our combined magics.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality.
A new destination calls to you, I take it. Say no more. I look forward to seeing where you take us.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more
This is just the sort of place that begs exploring.
what I wouldn't give for a map. Particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies. Violin. Time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
You have my protection. Excellent. I could have done no better.
Nothing of it!
Aptly said.
Strike with lightning might! Magics are at your disposal. Before my very eyes!
don't see that every day. I imagine my master would faint were I to return beyond the rift with it.
Goblins approach!
Without delay. By your will, Arisen. So close a call offers no solace in victory.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Naught like a curative to fill one with vim.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location. We've found an Archistaff and great sword both. What say we bring them to Sir Klaus? Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
We need only hone our skills, and in time we shall be indomitable.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
'Tis a relief to be out under the open sky.
If I were meant to spend my days in darkness, I'd have been born a mole.
That's just what I was thinking.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Commerce is the domain of clever minds. You know where to find me. This inspires naught but good evening, sir. I trust... You fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
Could you come over here?
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a greatsword. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
That's that then. Can I seek out a soft bed for a kip?
Are you headed for a tavern? I should be glad to join you, Arisen.
Look as long as you please. That's just... Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Business has been better, but I shan't complain. Always a pleasure.
Welcome.